Okay, everybody. So I had a long weekend, crazy weekend. So I finally got back into the shop here and there, and we put a Black Beauty on here. So I'm driving it around, and ABS went on. Of course, I'm waiting for that other ring. 1 second. Oh, this ring. This one's shot though. See, down the center. It's kind of worn out. So I really rather put a new one in if I'm going to do all that work and remove the axle, and basically you might be able to just tack this off, tap it off, and that's what it seemed to. You might not have to heat it up, so we're gonna try on the other side. Instead of disassembling everything, when we get the ring, we're gonna put this in. That'll take care of the ABS. That'll be done with that. But I'm gonna keep this no matter what because they're impossible to find. But I did find them on eBay. So it's a Yukon ring. If you look back at the post, you'll see. So while I'm driving, I hear it clunking, and I knew it was clunking. I knew the exhaust was loose. So let me show you what I did so far, and we'll go from there. So what happened is, when I put this muffler on, the aftermarket muffler, which is a heavy-duty muffler, the clamps right here, it's just regular clamp. Let me point it out a little bit. One second. Let me see if I have a light. Hold on. Too bright. Yeah, you can see it sort of. So up here, just a regular clamp. They're both this way. I finally tightened it up. Now it's taut. But you can hear the clunk. The clunk is in the front, and then also in the back. Two things. So I gotta ramp this down because I look like a freaking. Oh, I look messed up when I'm doing that because I got rosy cheeks, and I'm not a rosy kind of guy. So we're gonna weld the original clamp. It's not a clamp, a hanger in the front. So let me show you that what we're gonna do here, and then I'm gonna go back into the back. So it's hard to see when there's so much light. So up top, right now you really can't see. We'll bring you over this way. So there you go. So right here, if you notice right here, the hanger coming off the transmission is cracked. So I put it sort of close to where it is. I cleaned it up, and now we're just gonna tack weld it here and tack weld it there. That'll finish that. All right, so now let's show you in the back. Into the back, on the tailpipe section, right here, let me get rid of that ad, and that light won't reach. So let me get a, I don't know if you can see right here. Let me get a flashlight. I'll show you what I rigged really quick on the side of the road. So on the side here, if this is the original clamp that comes down right off of that, I just wired in. I just ran a whole bunch of wire here that I took off the back. So maybe we should tack weld that in, but there's a hole through it. So I might just put a clamp there. Not too sure. I might be able to put a clamp there. Yeah, I think I'll put a clamp right there. So I should be able to put a clamp this way, and it should tighten that up. That'll be an easy fix. There's a hole through it, but it's still solid enough to where you can get away with it, and then you won't have any clunks in the exhaust. So that's the problem with exhaust. You'll hear all kinds of noises because it's going right from the engine all the way to the back, and those are two spots that it's going to be repaired. Now that clamp shouldn't have loosened up, but that's one heavy muffler, very heavy duty muffler. So that's the problem with a very heavy steel muffler. It's hard to clamp down. I probably should have ran a heavier clamp and really wrapped it down, or maybe just tack it. Just tack it so it doesn't spin off a little bit. It didn't leak. I mean, it leaked a little bit and it was loose. So then it's gonna distort everything else. So we're gonna put a clamp there, be done with that, or weld it. So while the welder's there, we're gonna weld. So in the front, we're gonna go back here, and I'm gonna weld that section right there. So I have it all set up. The only thing is I gotta find an extension cord. Let me get that down a little bit. So I'm gonna find an extension cord to go to the welder, turn it on, and just tack it up, and that should be it. So all I'm gonna do is tack it right here, and then right here I'm going to stitch it in there, and then you're going to have a nice solid. You'll have a hanger here, which is very heavy. This is like 2.5 inch, maybe 2.25 inch pipe. So once we tack that, you're not going to have to remove the original hanger. And let me get going on that. Let me get welding here. So just kind of watch out a little bit, and let me hook up the welder, turn the gas on, blah 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 blah, and then I'll just tack it up there. So just give me a second there. Actually, let me turn Robert on me. Follow me around maybe if he's alive. You alive there, buddy? So you follow me, buddy. He's gonna get really messed up because he's gonna see some lights. He's gonna freak out. Robert, let's go this way. This way. This way. This way, Robert. Got it? Robert just can't do it. So give me a couple seconds and I'm just gonna weld. So just keep an eye on that and let me set up my welder. Turning Robert off because now he wants to look. Robert, you're messed up, dude. So just watch up there for a second and let me weld. So the thing hooking up with all this welding equipment and everything, it's all hooked up to one circuit, a 15 amp. I gotta shut off all the ACs just to weld for a second. Yeah, I really need to weld right off the first circuit. You have to shut this light off. Well, that's gonna be interesting. How the hell am I gonna do that? Well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Keep on watching. This is probably something you shouldn't do. I'm gonna just run. I wish I had another extension cord here. I got them everywhere. Let me find. It's gotta be there though. Hold on. So this is probably a no-no. So I'm gonna disconnect that, shove it in, and now have electricity to the welder and this. It's only gonna be a quick tack. It should help out, work out. Okay, so now we got light, and we're gonna turn on the welder and this little spot welder. Okay, that should be enough, just so I can tack it up in there. That should be good enough. Gotta let the welder calm down a little bit. I know I'm pushing too much juice on 15 amps. Not good. I got it welded on the top a little bit, and the thing is, on the bottom, you don't have a good ground here, so I gotta keep on just slagging it in, just building it up a little bit and going in there. We're gonna blow the circuit. Come on, baby. Reach in there. Good girl. All right, let it calm down for a second. It's a lot of power. Let me back you up a little bit. I don't need this much light to see what I'm doing. So kind of watch up what I'm doing up here. I'm just gonna fill it in. Let it calm down again. Hear the welder stressing, man. No way, it's gonna pop. Let it calm down. Let it calm down 1 second. Maybe I'll shut this light off. I'll shut this light off. I just do it in the dark. It's not the first time I did it in the dark. So let that calm down for a second. We got quite a bit of, actually, while it's calming down, I'm just gonna get rid of the light section and go direct. Yeah, that's better. That should be good. I can't see what I'm doing, but I don't need to. Come on. There you go, baby. It's gonna pop. I cranked this speed up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Stitch enough in there. Nice. See if we get a little over this side. That's good. Stitched enough in. Welder calm. That welder's really taking it here. Get a little more in here. Come on, baby. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on, there. Good girl. This bridge is doing good. Good. One more to this side. It's good. Let the welder calm down again, and once I get a better system in here, I know that circuit's really hot. Let it calm down. Good. That's nice. Hey, that's good enough. So what I did is I finished tacking that. That's good enough. And then I went to the back and I tacked the back. Should we keep on going and tack the exhaust in the back? Yeah, what the hell? Oh man, this is pushing it, Lenny. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can do this. So now I'm in the back here. Now I'm really pushing this line. It should be much closer. What the hell? I gotta see what's going. Alright, this is dumb to do this, Lenny. But, alright, let me cut that wire out of there. I know this is like not a smart thing to do. Cut this wire out of here. It was a temporary thing. Just so the tailpipe's not wobbling around. Okay. There's a wire. You can see there's a hole through there. Get rid of this wire. Now, if you notice, there's a hole straight through the tailpipe. I'm just going to tack it on the sides, just to hold it on. one side, the other side. Now hold. Now you'll hold once it goes up. Okay. A little more tacking. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. I had the welder calm down for a second. I just had like wet slag go down my pants. I said that hurts. Sometimes you catch yourself on fire, you're just like, hey, to deal with it. That's what you gotta deal with the pain, but it'll be nice and solid. It's hitting something. It's hitting like, when we're all done, we're gonna bend it over a little bit. Finish tacking it up. Let me see if I can get the back side. I can't see what I can do it right here. Get rid of this wire. And we're gonna tack it backwards. Oh God, it's not easy. There we go. Okay. That's not a bad tack. One more section. Get on the back side. I can't see at all what I'm doing on this one. Okay, I'm just showing you up here. I'm tacking it from the back. I'm going to stand on some stuff. And I'm just going to tack the line. Damn, that came out pretty good, right? That's not bad for... Wow, that's pretty good. Completely blind. Hold on a second, let me get something to stand on. So you got the old-fashioned milk crate. Gonna stand on, get under here, and tack it on the top. I can do this. Now this is something you don't want to do. Without looking at it, I can tack this. Nice, okay. Now there's something you don't want to do. If you know what you're really doing, you don't look at the eye, you don't look at it. You squint, and then right before it's about to wrap, close your eyes. And you do it blind. So you got that tacked up. And we just got to bend the clamp over a little bit. Now remember, that's heated up and it's going to heat the rubber up. So before that, we're going to bend it over. While the exhaust is a little heated up, just bend it over just a little bit. Come on, baby. There you go. Okay. That's nice. That's not bad. Nice. Crazy, but nice. That'll work. But you got to heat it up and you know, I'm going to run just a clamp. I'm going to put a clamp over that. It'll hold it a little more. Well, it's tacked in there. A little tack welding is a lot. I mean, tacking on a welder, welds are extremely strong. So that's it for now. I know it's a really long video. I'm just getting everything tacked back together. I'm gonna run one more clamp and that's it for today. So peace out, everybody.